I forgot where I parked my car. So 2018 Dodge Challenger RT Scatpack, also known as 392. Yeah.
Flowmax, what does that mean?
Sorry?
When it says Flowmax on there.
It says Flowmaster.
Oh, Flowmaster, sorry.
That's the type of a muffler. It's the brand of a muffler that makes people wonder if the hell is coming.
Nice car.
Thank you.
6.4 liter.
Yeah, it's
That's not the Hellcat, is it?
no. Hellcat is 6.2.
Is it?
Yeah. I just installed a long tube header, so it's a bit loud. I shouldn't have parked near the building.
I used to drag race. I had 2 Ultra Super Gas cars.
Yeah, I see. I put a bigger throttle body. I put this. Yeah, but now I put nice ceramic coated long tube headers. This thing is just, it kicks ass.
What year is it?
2018.
Nice car.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. So yeah, the guy interrupted me. He was just giving me compliments about the car. He says he used to drag race, but I have to make room in the trunk for the old tires, because the next upgrade is the tires, and that's what I wanted to talk about today briefly. I'm leaving on a trip, but I put the tires online for sale, but didn't find a buyer yet. So what the car comes with, this version 6.4 liter, and you can tell when it's a 6.4 because of course it tells you here 6.4, and it has the B emblem, which means that this is a Scatpack, basically performance version of a Challenger. Because of course you can get this car as a regular V6, or you can get it as a R/T road track, and then it has 5.7 liter V8. So I think that should be enough room for the tires, I hope. So I'm gonna, these are my Nordic walking sticks. Yeah, I'm leaving on a trip to ES in my semi truck, so I gotta take these with me. And so yeah, this car came with a now dirty but beautiful 20-inch rims, alloy. See, with the black inside, and I love them. You know, usually the first thing I do on a truck or car, I change the rims because usually they're ugly, but these ones I just love them. And so the tires are Goodyear, actually pretty decent tires. Goodyear Eagle RSA 245 45s R20. So these are all season tires, and they are pretty wide, right? So 245 20 You don't see that on your average car. I compare the wheels on this with the wheels on this. More tires, much wider and taller. But even with no mods, when you get this car from the factory, it has what, 485 horsepower, and especially weather like this, when there's a little bit of moisture on the ground, as soon as you push the throttle a bit too hard, these tires spin. You know, I don't know how they drive this one. It's in a Hellcat version, but well, even a Hellcat you get 2 keys, right? So you can just drive it as a 500 horsepower car, or you can drive it as a 707 horsepower car. But you definitely need wider tires, and we're gonna do a cold start. Well, I hope they're not gonna call the cops. Just move away from the building because it echoes everywhere there. Oh, somebody has a GT, Mustang GT. Warmed up. And so just quickly once again, so what I did to the car since December 2018 when I got this, and this is a 2018 model, so this car was sitting on the lot probably for a year before they found the lucky buyer, me, because people don't buy these cars, you know, people drive every day. So of course this is you know, big engine, especially with a 6-speed Tremac manual. I'm not sure what they were expecting, you know. This is a performance car, you know, for, as my late dad used to say, na любителя, you know, it's for an enthusiast. So anyway, so I got the car and I started messing with the exhaust. And you gotta be, on these cars, you gotta be really careful what you do with the exhaust. I don't recommend doing muffler deletes. That's just, you know, that's crazy, because you disrupt the entire pulse, you know, algorithm. And like what I found when I started messing with the exhaust and moving mufflers around, I lost torque at low RPM. And of course that's the most fun in this car, and is when you know, go between lights, you know, just to feel the acceleration, the power, the torque. And yeah, you take all mufflers out, you might gain 2.5 horsepower at the top end if you're like a racer, you know, and you drive at 7,000 RPM. And no, wait a second, this thing, you see the red zone starts at 6,000, so it's not a high RPM revving car like the Mustang is. So you need the torque, right? And so then I put the new mufflers. Now what you hear is Flowmaster Super 10, but I started with Flowmaster Racing mufflers. They were no good. And I tried the Super 44, was great, but it was a bit too quiet. And then I switched to these Super 10s, and they're a bit loud, but I don't know, I like it. And then I did the tuner, Diablo Sport tuner. I did the exchange of the ECM. So now I'm running a 93 gas tune, but most of the time I put in 94 gas. 93 it's only if I'm somewhere in the States, but now you cannot get into US because of the COVID. But 93 gas is beautiful, so the throttle response is excellent, so the car is very quick, especially after my last upgrade, which was BBK long tube headers. And so air intake, I did air intake. What else did I do? Like, I don't understand people buying these cars and then they just do some, you know, when they say mods and they give you a list of mods, and all the mods are kind of like stupid stuff, kind of like, you know, tinting your windows or getting out of all the chrome. Like, those are not mods, you know, those are just cosmetic stuff, you know. When you have an engine like this, you know, 6.4, like a great car, even from the get-go, from the factory, but if you can modify it slightly to make it faster, quicker, louder, you know, more powerful, more fun to drive, why not, right? And so yeah, the tuner, the air intake. Oh, I did the BBK. I tried 90mm throttle body, didn't work. I lost all the throttle response, couldn't make it work, and it's too big. You need a hose adapter. I sent the one back. I said, give me 85mm. The factory is 80mm in diameter, but 85 is when I had a V6 Mustang before. I did that upgrade, and you notice improvement right away. Like, the throttle response gets better, you know. I don't know, each of these little mods, you feel improvements, you know. And this, probably my favorite until now, was the tuner. I felt a huge difference in how the car drives. But number two after the tuner, because it's so expensive, were the headers, right? So the headers, $1,400 plus one more harness that I forgot to buy at first, so $1,500 US for the parts and 1,000 Canadian to install. Well, that's how it sounds now. But this is a, now it's a monster car. I think I have about probably 550 horse at the crank at least. All right, let's go for a quick drive, because that's what I've been doing this weekend. I've been doing some paperwork for my fuel tax office. You know, they want me to provide records and see those 3 envelopes. So these are all my expense envelopes for the month for the past 3 years, and I had to open them and sort all the fuel receipts, and then I did these 3 envelopes, fuel by each year, and then inside is small envelopes by the month. All right, I switched from super view to linear view, otherwise everything will be too small over here. And so after all these mods, I finally decided that's it, it's time to upgrade the tires. So now it's March, almost April. We have the Easter long weekend next week, and I'm leaving on a trip into Pennsylvania in my semi truck. And I've been searching for so what do you do with the tires, right? You can buy this car in a wide body, as a wide body model, but it's much more expensive than the regular Challenger Scatpack like this one. And but you get upgraded suspension. It's some kind of a super sport track suspension, you know. So it's basically a car is for the track, but I'm not sure what they're thinking, because it's a heavy car. Just like one guy said, if you have a track even with one turn, that's not for this car. which is okay by me. Just it feels fast, you know, and I like it. But it's heavy. It's heavy. I went on the track here in near Niagara Falls, and it was of course twisty turny like a regular track, and I don't think I was even able to go into gear 4, you know. I was in gear 3 doing it like 140 kilometers an hour between turns. Yeah, we're gonna move out like this, otherwise that white light for pedestrians would be on for like 2 minutes. See, as soon as I moved my car into the walking path, now it starts counting down, so now we're good. And so yeah, especially like this, you see like the pavement is now slightly wet. So I started researching, you know, what I can do to the car. Do I need new wheels? Or can I just upgrade the tires? And I didn't want to touch the wheels because that's of course very expensive. And so I found out that I went to a discounttire.com. Found out that these rims can be used with 275 wide tire. And that's what we're doing. So I'm keeping the same rims, I'm just changing 2 tires in the back for, like, I'm in Canada, so I wasn't able to get those tires I found online on discounttire.com, and I cannot go in my car to US, and recently I've been all going to northeast US in my truck, like PA and, you know, New York, Maryland, New Jersey, and I don't think they had all the discount tire stores are, like, the nearest one I know is in Michigan. There's nothing in New York or PA. And so I decided to buy them local in Canada, and the nearest thing to the best thing I found were these 275 Sama tires. I'll show you. I forgot the make, but it's, you know, they look pretty good. Very, like, Y speed rating, which is 300 kilometers an hour, and I wanted to have a high speed rating, and also I wanted to have a good warranty. You know, like some of these tires you can get with the 50,000 mile warranty or 75,000 kilometers. And that's what I was looking for, some quality but cheap tire, you know. Yeah, I'm just going to the Starbucks over here, get some decaf Americano, switch into decaf for a week. And so I tried Canadian Tire. They usually can get some tires in, and then I tried Kel Tire over here, and Kel Tire had the tires I wanted with the proper speed rating and good warranty, and they have excellent ratings for wet conditions. So the only issue is that they are summer tires. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sell these rear 2 tires, and I'm gonna run these new summer tires. But then, you know, October, November, a lot of places they offer free storage, right? Or they either charge you for storage and then they put them on for free, or they charge you to put them on. So basically, I'm gonna buy like 2 rims, 20-inch like steel rims, and some winter tires, preferably 275 size, right? And then I'm gonna put them on in winter. I'm gonna give these to the shop that does the install. I'm gonna give them these tires until spring, right? And then in the spring you switch back to the summer tires, like what most people do, you know. I never did this until now, but this car definitely needs better tires. Well, I asked him to put the tires in the back in the trunk, and then I see somehow they put them in here, and I had a bag in here, a couple of bags. They just threw somehow everything in there, so I had to take them out, and because, you know, it was like up to the roof. But then I realized, I wanted to go and argue with them, but then I realized there's not enough room in here. Like, these were inside, so those tires are pretty big. So those are my old tires, and here's the new ones. So check out how wide they are. So this is Sumitomo 275 40/20. Okay. Not sure how my ride will be now, but I asked them if they check the pressure. So maximum is 50, and they were supposed to install those you know, air pressure sensors. But those are my new tires. So these are 275, and these are the older ones. They don't I hope they don't throw out my alignment, right? But because I didn't check if hello, baby. All right, let's see if the sensors work. Or they show all 4 tires, everything is good, but pretty high pressure, right? I told them make all tires 32 psi. You know, these people are nuts. So they didn't do anything. They just what, made them all the same? How did they come up with 41 and 42? See? Well, I guess there was sun this way, so one time I'm not too concerned about this. Like, this is BS, you know. Like, these things are never accurate, but you know, finally I'm home. Now I just need to really sell these, you know, because these are huge. I reduced the price, but I still have no takers. Like last week, I think people contacted me, but when I told them how much I want, they disappeared. Anyway. So this is the tire upgrade. Maybe we shall we go for a ride? I think I still have some battery left on the GoPro. Hold on, let's go for a quick drive and see if I notice any improvement in the traction. Now let's do a quick inspection. Oh, it looks like they balanced them. I see they did they balance the discs? I don't know. One thing that, you know, irritates the heck out of me is whenever I give somebody a car and all they have to do just drive from parking inside the shop and then drive it back, they always change your seat and they change everything. They change your steering wheel, you know, like you are... Anyway, don't get me started. All right, are we good? Let's just go on a couple of local roads here. But now traffic is getting, what is this, 3 o'clock? And I'm hungry. Should be better, right? Because I just spent 650 bucks Canadian. The long tube headers, I cannot stop, you know, smiling. Alright, today I feel like some Indian food. There's a Indian restaurant right around the corner here, and once again I want to apologize. My previous tracking video where I'm driving on those crazy roads in Pennsylvania, For some reason, I guess I touched the lens and my hands were dirty. Yeah, the ride is okay because these tires are, of course, kind of like low profile. All right, which way is the restaurant? I think it's this way. Let me see, that's all my paperwork. I was doing the fuel tax. So these are all my receipts, sorted by year and then inside by month. And that was the most labor-intensive work. So now I just need to print out my odometer readings at the beginning and at the end. Of each quarter. Saffron. I cannot see, there's a divider over there. Alright, so I think they're open. Yeah, they have good food over here. I cannot see. Am I square? So that's it. So that's the last upgrade on my Dodge Challenger. I think this is really important, you know, for a performance car like this. You want to have wide tires, and I think they should have put this size from the factory, you know. And you see now how it sticks out a little bit. Yeah, you see the front? This sticks out more now over here, but there's lots of room. I know from the back the car now should look much better because like wider tires in the back, it always looks good. Almost kind of like a wide body, Challenger. Yeah, this was a worthy upgrade. All right, thanks for watching, boys and girls. Ciao.